Alright, for this assignment, let's do, I want to show you a masking trick that I think I would like to call Trace Bitmap Mask. So I'm going to take an image here. I'll just take like this car, and I'll copy image, and I'll paste it on the screen. And I want to rotate it because if I were to make a game out of this, it would need to be probably pointed up or whatever. Or even if it's going to turn left, right, up, down, it's probably better if vertical is 0, for me anyways. I'm going to also scale it, so I'm going to take away that that degree and do it like down to 50%. Actually, I'm going to undo that, second thought, and I'll only scale it after I do this little trick. So the real trick of this is going to be masking. So I'm going to convert this to a symbol, call it car, and I'm going to have the registration point in the middle. Doesn't probably matter for what I'm doing, but if you're going to make a game out of it or something, you'll probably want it centered. So let's say OK. Now it's a container. Go inside, and I'm going to call this car, and then I'm going to make another layer, and I'm going to call that mask, just to make it really explicit what I'm doing here. So in case you don't know what a mask does, if I draw a shape on the mask layer, and I right click and say a mask, it'll basically apply the mask, and you'll notice that you can see the car through the shape that's on the mask layer. So that would be all good and well and done, but you could go through and just, outline this like this. But that's kind of a tedious process, which is fine if you want to do that. But here's the trick that I came up with one day. There's this process called Trace Bitmap, and you can vectorize this, because when you're making a game, sometimes it's not on a white background. This car's on a white background, but if you put it on, if you make your stage a different color, you're going to have a problem, because now, this, not just the car driving around, you can actually see a white rectangle. So to overcome that problem, you want to do something like, let's say you do this. Let's say you go Trace Bitmap, and now it basically vectorizes the image, but now you'll notice that it degraded the quality a bit. So to overcome that, I'm going to hit undo until I have the actual image back, and I'm going to copy that, paste it on the mask layer. So I basically have the photo itself on both layers. But now on the mask layer, I go modify bitmap, trace bitmap, and now it'll be easy to extract out the unwanted shapes, and then I can apply the mask. I might have to do a little bit of work to apply the mask. It's actually already applied. You can see the car icon or whatever is indented a little bit. That means that it's being applied. So actually looks like it's good. Yeah, let me change the color of this to something obnoxious like red, so you can just really see. It was hard to tell, hard to differentiate this vector layer from the bitmap layer, but now you can clearly see. I thought I was going to have to add in something right in here, but I don't. Looks good. Publish it, and it's awesome. So now we basically have the best of both worlds. We have we vectorized on the top layer, but that's only being used as a mask to see the high quality, or the higher quality, more realistic looking bitmap. So that is, I'm going to call this Trace Bitmap Mask. There we go.